찾고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 막
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things. Here.
It's one of the busiest hubs in the world as the planes land and depart at LAX. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
You know, they've played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Brandon Bass. Is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then there's Nick Young. Then there's Kobe. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Now, here is Russell. Screened by Russell. Now the pass to Bass. Hibbert kicks to Russell. Clock at 6. Griffin with the steal. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds, disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
There may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Here is Bryant after the basket by Los Angeles. And they're running. And the wide open shot from Paul. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. That doesn't go in either for Kobe.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Young with no one around. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Clippers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jordan, and he makes good on the layup. Jordan's got his first points in this one.
They really look sharp here. Razor sharp. Extremely focused.
Russell kicks to Young. Pass to Hibbert. Inside. Here's Bass. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Here's Navarro. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. That's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Lakers trail by 11. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, when Byron Scott and I had a chance to catch up a few minutes ago, he said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here is Bass. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Bass, a screen on Jordan. Excellent use of the screen that time. Russell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Out left to the wing. Kobe attacking. Back to Hibbert. Good on the shot. Hibbert's got his first bucket of the night.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Picked by Griffin. No luck. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the board. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers able to drain the three.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Lakers trail by 14. To the middle, here's Hibbert. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style. They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Now here's Bass. 8 points his last outing. Good. And that's now 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's Navarro, guarded by Kobe. Griffin kicks to Jordan. It's stolen by Bass. Lakers trail by 10. Young in the corner. Wide open look. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And that sends Kobe to the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Blacks checked in for Hibbert. Rando comes in for Brandon Bass. Williams is checked in for Young. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
And so here are the Clippers, following the miss by Lewis Williams. Griffin down low. He's covered by Clarkson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And that's still one of the most hallowed achievements in NBA history. I mean, we're talking about the Big O averaging a triple-double over the course of an entire season. I mean, to think we have another player with a shot to do that, it really speaks to the one-of-a-kind season he's having. This is the stuff of legends.
The Lakers with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Navarro. The rebound by the Lakers. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Williams with a clean look. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Paul passes to Navarro. To the middle, here's Jordan, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Here's Navarro. 3-point lead. That's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
A nice shot by Black.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And Paul gets it to go in.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Now, here's Brown. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's Williams with the drive. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
From deep three-point range. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.